Shane in New Jersey's up next. He wants to talk Reuben Foster. We disagree on this topic, but I want to hear him out. What does Shane have to say on Foster?
Matt, my man, it is Shane from Jersey. What's going on? Hope all is well. My call today is regarding the video you just made on Reuben Foster's workout.
Sure.
And how you wouldn't like if we signed him. I'm going to be honest, man. I couldn't disagree more. I'm on the other side of the spectrum here. So to start, we'll go with all like the negative things you said, the weed, the domestic violence, what else? And he had like a gun charge. I mean, obviously, no one's for domestic violence. That's awful. That's completely not right. We'll put that on the table right there. That's
Agreed.
bad. But for the marijuana, half the league probably uses it, and the gun charge, I think Quinn Williams had a gun charge or something like that.
He did. That was
a year
wrong.
or two ago. Back when Sheldon Richardson played, he was arrested. He had issues.
That was wrong too.
A lot of these guys have problems. They just get into trouble. You could hold it against them, yay or nay. It's really up to you. If the New York Jets, our team, were in a way better scenario, I'd say get out of town with this guy. We don't need him at all. But if you look at our linebackers right now, one of them's a rookie. One of them hopefully is a baller, but he hasn't played in 2 years. Our other was a first-round pick, debatable bust, who just got hurt until week 6. I don't even know who's going to play that outside linebacker. Yes, he's had an ACL injury on the Redskins last time he played. We just signed Carl Lawson, and he was going to be our star, who already had 2 prior ACL tears. So all in all, I totally get what you're saying, that he might not fit the all gas, no brakes Saleh mentality. He's had a rough past, but maybe that's the challenge Saleh's looking for. Maybe he wants to take this guy who he knows can play, and he's had a rough life and a rough past few years, and change him around, and that would be like a huge thing for Saleh. And I think that'd be awesome because, like you said in your video, when he played, he was pretty damn good as a rookie. And he got a short stint after the injury with the Washington football team. But yeah, my take is I'd give him a shot because although he's had a rough past, other guys have had it. And on top of that, our linebacking core is almost as bad as our corners, which is very bad. And especially with Jared Davis out, I think we could use all the help we can get. We've got the money. Why not swing him for a year on a very cheap deal and see if Saleh can work his magic on him? Because as we've seen in the past, when he plays, he could be something, and I feel like that's what we're going for, especially with like Jared Davis, who's now not even going to be playing for a few weeks. So that's it. Sorry for the little rant.
You're good.
Still love your stuff, man. Let's go Jets. Can't wait to find you week 2 for our home opener.
Yes.
We're going to beat the life out of the Pats, baby. Lock it in. Catch you later.
Thank you for checking in on that one. A lot of people did not like my Reuben Foster take, which is fine. I don't have to. Here's the thing. You don't have to agree with every take that I have. You shouldn't. That would mean that you don't think critically. You just go with whatever I say. Just as I or anyone doesn't have to agree with every single thing Robert Saleh or Joe Douglas thinks, which is something that I saw a lot with that video and that take. It's just trust Saleh, trust Douglas. I agree with a lot of that statement. You should. I like both of those guys. But just because I like the general manager and I like the coach doesn't mean that I'm going to agree or align 100% on every single decision. This would be one of them. While Foster did show upside, the most amount of games he ever played in a season was his rookie year, which is 4 years ago now, in 2017, and he played 10 games. The following year, he played 6 games, which is when the alleged domestic violence incidents happened, and then you had the injuries. So realistically, this guy hasn't really played at a high level in 4 years. There are other options out there. It's not like he is the only linebacker available. You could make the case that Bernard McKinney, who was released by the Miami Dolphins, is a better overall player to begin with the domestic violence, or like if you were to throw all those things, all the baggage with Foster out the window and just look at on the field, Foster versus McKinney, McKinney's the better player and he's available. So that's one guy I would rather over him. BJ Goodson's still available. I'd rather take a flyer on him. Kamal Martin's still available. I'd rather take a flyer on him. And even bringing in a guy like Avery Williamson, I would rather do because they've played more recently. that has to be a factor in it as well. I understand wanting to give people second chances. This would be his third or fourth chance at this point. I understand liking what a player did, but I'm hoping that you like what a player did, and this player showed something more recently than 4 years ago. So that's hopefully a little bit more of a clarification on why I'm against it. I'm not saying that no player ever should get a second chance. I am saying that you have to draw a line somewhere, and when it's a third or a fourth chance, and when there's injury and not being a productive player in 4 years on the table, I don't know why that's the player that you want to take the risk on. Just me personally. Shane's entitled to his opinion. I'm entitled to mine. Have no hate towards Shane. I get it. I see his side. I see Douglas's side. I see Salah's side. I just don't agree with it, and that's okay.